where are we going today, Mads?
We are walking up a river.
Over there somewhere, I think it is. Up into like I said, it's a waterfall, so it looks a bit jungly, rainforesty, which would be cool. And then after that, what are we going to do?
We're going to look for some of the Death in Paradise set. Police stations here, and the bars and stuff.
I've never seen it, but it would be cool to go and look at it, I guess. Right, let's go. Here's our little dinghy dock. I just got stung twice by some of those. We finally made it to the top of the river. It was a really cool experience. Then we headed down a road for about 15 minutes into the town, which is where they filmed Death in Paradise. I've personally not seen it yet. This is the police station they film in, and this is the church right next to it. So if you have watched it, this will look familiar to you. This is how crazy this anchorage gets. He just nearly swung into the front of us. They threw 10 meters of extra chain out earlier and he nearly swung to them. They're probably going to swing to us later. When that wind drops, everyone moves every direction here, so you need 360 on your chain. There's moorings, so I need to watch the mooring behind me. It's mental, so I don't know what these Canadians are going to do, but they're going to be very close to us as well. we are back in the Saints. Just picked up a mooring ball. It went a lot better. Just practice makes perfect. So Maddie and I worked together and it went really well. Yeah, the engine was on for a lot longer today than I wanted. I didn't film coming down purely because you've seen going up. The only difference was it was quite a horrible sail coming down, wasn't it, Mads?
Oh, it's lovely.
She was sick over the side. It was beating into wind. Well, for the first 2 hours it was engine, there was nothing, and then it was just beating the whole way there, and then I had to turn the engine on for the last 2.5 3 hours to try and get into the islands. So yeah, a bit of a tough day. So we're gonna have a chill, not even gonna bother putting the dinghy up this evening. We've got food, we've got wine, which is the main thing. But yeah, we're back in the Saints, on our way south back to St. Lucia. So we're going to spend a couple of days here. Good morning. So that boat behind us, beautiful old school boat, little ketch, and that's his dinghy. That's his dinghy into land. Amazing. You gotta love it. Gee, there's a squall. Leaving the Saints. There was the anchorage, the mooring field where we just slipped the mooring buoy. Going to make a slow mooch down to where we're going, Dominica for the night.
Yeah.
So this is a different, we're leaving a different way than what we came in. We come in on the east coast, on the Atlantic side, so this is in the Caribbean side. It's very pretty. That was our private little beach. If you watched the last episode, that was our little private beach there. And this is Piton. And we walked up that hill. That's the fort that we walked up.
Turning out to St.Luicia, coming into May, over. Pick up a boy, over.
If you watched a couple of episodes, a few episodes ago maybe, we found the, well, we didn't find the anchorage. I saw it on Navily. It was the deserted anchorage, is where we actually skinny dipped, that anchorage. We are back here on our way down south. This time, nobody. Sorry if there's a bit of wind noise, I've not got the muffler thing on. But yeah, so we're gonna stop here for the night, up early and leave straight away. I'm gonna go check on the anchor, gonna jump in a minute and go dive on the anchor, make sure that's set, because it did drag when I first put it down. So I'll make sure it's bit, and then dinner time. How was it last night, Mads?
Probably the worst night sleep we've had.
I would say the worst night's sleep we had. We were sideways on because there was no wind to keep us into the swell. So the swell was coming into that bay and it was just rocking bad all night. So first light, I was kind of up, and we're on our way now down to Martinique, North Martinique, St. Pierre. Yeah, get there, drop the anchor, early night. There's no wind, we got 4 knots of wind, got the main up, but it's not doing anything. So hopefully we pick up some wind maybe through some of these channels. We are back in St. Pierre, the place with the volcano. Sorry about the wind noise again, I still haven't put the muffler thing back on. That was a long day. As you saw, we was beaten into the weather the whole way between the islands, and it's tiring. Maddie was ill, as you saw. You okay now?
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
So I've got my wine. Time for a chill, early night tonight. I'm not even pumped the dinghy up. Not going to go ashore. We go ashore tomorrow. I need to look at the weather to know when we're doing our last jump back down to St. Lucia. Boat will go in the marina. Happy?
Yeah, very.
Good morning. The time is 10 minutes past 6 in the AM. Obviously saying good morning. I wanted to be on the road, so to speak, by 6. I was up really early actually. It was still dark, but I just stayed in bed. There's no point, I don't want to leave when it's dark. There's a lot of fishing pots around. We are now on our way. Hardly any wind at the moment, but when we get around this headland, I have a feeling it might start picking up. I can see there's a ship out on the horizon that's heeled over a little bit, so I'd imagine I'm going to get a bit of wind soon. On our way down to St. Lucia, our final stop for a while. Captain Maddie. We are, where are we?
Back in St. Lucia.
Back in St. Lucia. If you watched a few episodes ago, St. Lucia and a haul out, we went to Pigeon Island. There's Pigeon Island. And also, you would have seen the panoramic, the 360, that was that hill over there. I've got to go because I've got to furl the head sail. Wind's died and it's right on our nose. We're in. Slot we was on last time was just there, so we're a little bit closer to the marina office, which is good because we need to go there any minute now to clear back in, check back in, and then I'll probably do my temporary import permit because the boat's staying here for 6 months, 5 months, and then I'm gonna get drunk because we've been on the hook at anchor on the hook for a month. We had a week on the mooring ball, but it's still the same thing. So we've had wine every night, but I've not been able to get drunk because you've always in the back of your head, if something happens, the anchor slips, you've got to be up and gone. So tonight, I think I'm going to get drunk. We are leaving the boat here for 5 months, maybe. So what I want to make sure that I do is secure the lines. You can see I've put all fenders at the touch point, so I've left a couple out just in case the boat does swing, but this is where you're going to want it. This is where all the weight will go, so all the fenders. Now bearing in mind we're still in sort of hurricane area, if you like. It's not common for St. Lucia to be hit, but you never know. So yeah, we're just doubling up on everything. One thing that happened when we went back to the UK earlier this year, my lines chafed. So what we're doing now is we're just wrapping. I haven't got any hose. I wanted to use hose, but I've got an old dinghy cover, UV protector. We're just cutting that up, wrapping it and taping it. Anything just to stop a bit of chafe. The other thing I've bought today, they're snubbers. So what these will do is kind of take a lot of the dynamic stress out of any pull. If you look, they stretch. So if the boat moves back, it will sort of stretch rather than put all the weight on the cleats and the lines. These should hopefully take a lot of the weight. what I'll do again before we leave, at the moment the boat's not in a bad position because we can just step off the swim platform onto the pontoon and leave. Before I leave, I'm probably going to drag the boat forward a couple of foot at least, so any play and it's not going to touch the back pontoon. So I'm just in the process of putting the second one on. It goes up, through, down, twist 3 times, threads back up and down.
We bumped into Dan and Patty again.
Dan and Patty, yes.
Somebody gave us the bottle of wine when Mark helped them with the mooring buoy.
Maddie spotted him. Tell him.
We're coming out of a little market in the marina and I saw Patty. And I'm good at remembering faces, but never from where from.
But yeah, so Maddie just spotted her and we had a chat and we're going to meet them tomorrow for a little bit of dinner. They're a lovely couple. So I pickled the water maker. You can't leave seawater in the membranes, it will just corrode and rot and smell. So the other thing that I did was take a lot of the hose off. The hose is the intake from the seawater. There's a hole, the skin valve that sucks the water up, goes through a strainer from there into a T-piece which shoots off to the pump, and then a 5 micron filter before. Anyway, all of this will have seawater sat in it. So I took all the Jubilee clips off, blew through the hoses, got rid of the seawater, flushed through with fresh water, put the clips back on, take the filters out. So yeah, we're kind of ready, and then put a acid solution in the actual water maker, which will sit in there for the 6 months we're 5 months we're away, 6 months we're away, and it will just keep it in a state of cleanliness for when we get back. Okay, so there we go. There's your snubber, and then this will just then go back on the cleat. And then again, any movement of the boat going back, this takes the strain rather than pulling on the poor cleats and fair leads and chafe and everything. So another job done. We've been in the marina for a couple of days. Nice to relax a little bit more without having to worry about anchors and mooring balls. Yesterday I washed the boat down. I didn't film, run out of battery, and I just thought I'd crack on. It's not interesting watching me wash it down. She had so much salt, a month's worth of salt just all over her, so it was so nice just to get that off and rinse everything down. Today I made a start on the bright work, all the stainless steel. So here's the before. So if you look at the winch there, you can see, I don't know if you could see, like all the salt marks and little rust spots. This is the after, nice and shiny, and I've done that. See little spot marks coming through. So here's the before, the after. Other big news, I'm going to get measured up later for some new sails. I'm going to treat myself. Maddie's hard at work. She hasn't stopped. I mean, I've done about 6,000 nautical miles now on this boat, and I don't know how old the sails are. If the guy before me had them on his whole time, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm going to get some new ones. So later this afternoon, I've got a guy coming to measure up, or I'm going to do it by Zoom call. They're going to get made in Antigua, and then when I sail up to Antigua, they're going to come on board and fit them. Something to look forward to. Going to treat the old girl. We've got a little bit of a mess inside the boat. The reason for this is I've had to get to this water tank in the back. So you can see that inspection hatch there. What I've been doing for the last couple of days is trying to get rid of the water from the aft tank, which we've now done on empty, so that I could get in with a towel and a bucket. Had my hand right in the inspection hatch, taken out all the water. So this is it. She's all packed down. How you feeling about it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'd be weird going home.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get home, spend a few, well, I say a few months. It's going to be more like 5 months at home, 6 months maybe. So we've taken everything off. Bimini, spray hood, everything's shut down, and that's us. Ready to go. Gonna miss her, I think. We've made it, just landed. Flight was delayed, but we're in Gatwick. Maddie's getting the tickets. Jump on a train and get some sleep because I didn't sleep very well on the flight. But we're back in the UK. We're home.
Yeah.
Just been to the shop, got some essentials. Obviously the essentials. So we're going to give the place, because this is a holiday let. So we're going to give it a bit of a clean, and then we can do dinner. And jet lag is kicked in. So probably, I'd like to say an early night, but I don't know, we'll see. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, give it a little like. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments, or just any comments in general, really. We've been home a few days now, settled in, back into the house. So obviously it's a sailing channel, and we're not going to be sailing for the next 5 months or so. However, there's plenty going on at home. We live in one of the most beautiful areas in the UK, being a bit biased obviously living here, but we live on the Jurassic Coast. Weymouth and Portland is stunning. Dorchester, next town over, is a historic Roman town. And what I'm planning on doing, just to keep the channel running, is I'm going to take the drone out to as many of our beauty spots as I can. I'm going to be fishing, hopefully go out on some friends' boats, you know, so I'm going to try and keep the things going and to show you where we live. Hope it doesn't make you too jealous, because as nice as the Caribbean is, this will compete. Maybe not the weather so much. So yeah, please stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really supports the channel. It does take quite a bit of work to do these episodes, the film and the editing. So all the subscribers really support the channel. And hit the notification bell so you will be informed. The episodes won't be as frequent. I will be going back to work. I don't know if you've seen the episode of what I do, saturation diving. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of that in the chamber with the squeaky helium voice, which is always funny. Thanks again, guys, and I shall see you in the next episode.